By a large and beautiful pond, there lived a little frog named Jima. Jima loved painting more than anything else. With great effort and the help of a kind raccoon who was a talented artist, Jima learned how to paint. She enjoyed drawing everything she found beautiful on paper. But one day, as she was sitting by the pond with a sad and worried face, the raccoon, who was passing by, noticed her and asked,
"What's wrong, Jima? Why do you look so upset?"
Jima sighed deeply and replied,
I want to paint a picture of the pond, but I only have the colors blue, yellow, red, and a little bit of black and white. How can I show all the beauty of the pond with just these colors?
The raccoon smiled warmly and said,
"But those colors are enough. Start painting and you'll see how wonderful your picture turns out."
Jima, still worried, said,
But I don't have colors like orange, green, purple, or brown. How can I draw the trees, flowers, and all the beauty around the pond without those colors?
The raccoon sat beside her and gently said,
"Don't worry, Jima. Let me tell you a story. I'm sure after hearing it, you'll know how to create all the colors you need using just the ones you have."
Jima's eyes lit up with curiosity.
A story? What kind of story? I'd love to hear it.
The raccoon began.
Long ago, there was a magical place called the Land of Colors. Only 3 main colors lived there: blue, yellow, and red. They were called the primary colors. Each of them lived in their own part of the land. For example, in the Red City, everything was red. Houses, trees, and even the sky. In the Yellow City, everything was yellow. And in the Blue City, everything was blue. Even though the colors had their own cities and were happy, they felt lonely because they didn't have any friends. So the primary colors decided to become friends. To celebrate their new friendship, each of them gave a drop of their color to another color. The mayor of the Red City put a drop of red next to a drop of yellow. The mayor of the Blue City added a drop of blue next to a drop of yellow. Then, red and blue were also placed together. Suddenly, something magical happened. The red and yellow drops turned into a brand new color, orange. The blue and yellow drops became green, and the red and blue drops turned into purple. The colors were amazed and excited to see these beautiful new colors. They decided to try mixing even more. Red mixed with white and created pink. Blue mixed with green and white to make green blue. Black and white came together to form gray. Orange and black made brown. Soon the land of colors was filled with all sorts of wonderful shades and tones. Every corner of the land was colorful, bright and cheerful. The colors celebrated every day, dancing and mixing to create even more new colors. And that's how the world became so full of different colors.
Jima listened carefully to the raccoon's story, a big smile forming on her face.
What a beautiful story. Now I understand, if I mix the colors I have, I can make new ones.
The raccoon laughed softly and said,
"That's right, Jima. I made up this story to help you learn how to mix colors and create anything you need. Go ahead and start painting. Just remember, for each color, you'll need to mix the right amount. For example, mix a little blue and yellow to make green, or red and yellow to make orange. If you add too much or too little, you'll get different shades."
Excited, Jima thanked the raccoon and began mixing her colors. Soon, she had all the shades she needed. With great joy, she painted a beautiful picture of the pond. When her painting was finished, she showed it to the raccoon. The raccoon looked at it and said,
"Wonderful job, Jima. Your painting is amazing. Now you see, you don't need to have everything to create something beautiful. With what you already have, you can make incredible things."
From that day on, Jima learned that with creativity and effort, she could solve any problem. She realized that instead of worrying about what she didn't have, she should focus on making the best of what she has. She understood that creativity can make the world more beautiful, and by working together, amazing things can be created.
For new stories and music, subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to tell your friends and like the video, and if you want to talk to me, leave me a comment. Musical time!
By a pond so wide and bright lived a frog with eyes so wide. Jima loved to paint each day. Colors danced in her own way. With her brush she'd start to draw beauty of the world she saw. But one day she sat inside by the pond, her heart denied. Raccoon passed and gently said, "Why, dear Jima, hang your head? I want to paint this pond so wide that colors few are by my side. I have blue, red, yellow too, and just a bit of black and white hue. How can I make the flowers bloom or paint the trees with leafy rue?" Raccoon laughed with warmth and cheer. "Don't you worry, little dear. With just those colors you can start and make a painting full of heart. But if you wish for more to see, let me tell a tale for thee." Jima smiled and clapped with glee. "Oh, Raccoon, tell it to me." In a land of colors long ago, three main shades began to grow. Blue, red, yellow, bright and neat, lived alone on separate streets. One fine day they felt so sad, lonely lives they each had. So they met and made a plan to mix their drops in hand. Red met yellow, orange came by. Blue met yellow, green filled the sky. Red met blue and purple grew. Magic colors, fresh and new. Light joined red, pink appeared. Gray from black and white was chewed. Orange and black made brown one day, and soon more colors came to play. The land was bright, all shades would glow. Everywhere the hues would grow. Dancing colors full of life made the land a joyful sight. Jima laughed and clapped her hands. "I now can paint the trees and lands. Mix the blue with yellow light and make the leaves so fresh and bright." She mixed and swirled, her brush did glide. Colors bloomed and danced with pride. Soon the pond was filled with art, all made from her creative heart. The raccoon smiled and softly said, "Look at what your hands have bred. With what you have you'll always find beauty comes from heart and mind." Jima learned that very day, with what you have you find a way. Creativity will always grow and make the world a place to glow.